I'm Justin Wilder Neese. I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. I've been out in Los Angeles for about 6 years. My associate and I, we wrote a feature and we were scouting for that feature and we happened upon this place. Obviously it looks very post-apocalyptic. It gave us the idea for a post-apocalyptic film. But post-apocalypse films are a dime a dozen. So I thought, how can we make this unique and different and set it apart from all the other post-apocalypse films out there, and decided to make it a love story. But even love stories in the post-apocalypse has been done. So how can I even make it more different, more distinguished from those other films? Well, what if they were 8-year-old kids? I had to dive back into 8-year-old Justin to write the dialogue true to their characters. How, 8-year-olds speak, how they interact with each other. So Sam, she's 8 years old. She's been on her own since the apocalyptic event. And how she's been able to survive is she comes from a poor country background. Her father is a single parent, raised her, and he's a survivalist. He hunts, he traps animals, and he taught Sam how to do that. She grew up hunting. So she was able to survive this long using those hunting skills and trapping animals and making them into meals, making them into food to survive. So James, he comes from a little bit wealthier class and he's led a very sheltered life. So he doesn't possess the skill set to survive. He happens upon this place kind of by luck, and that's where he meets Sam. I really wanted to explore how two children, how they first meet and how their relationship develops over time. Their relationship is really unique. It's very interesting because Sam basically is trying to teach James her skill set of trapping animals, making them into food, how to survive. And she really is kind of his protector. Without Sam, it would be highly unlikely that he would be able to survive. But he happens to meet her and she's able to instruct him. Over the course of time, their relationship, yes, it is her instructing him and him also, teaching her things. But it's more about their friendship, how their friendship develops, and then how it turns into something more than friends. This is the first time they've ever experienced love outside of their family. It's a really interesting dive into a sweet relationship between these two innocent kids in this just destruction. They've lost their family, their parent. James grew up with his mom, and his mom sort of protected him and provided for him, and he lost her during this event. So it's really interesting, the dynamic between these two kids, and they just are falling in love together and enjoying each other, but at the same time they both experience such traumatic events. How that sort of trauma comes out over time as the story progresses is, these kids are sweet and they're innocent and they're cute and they're just lovely kids, but they've been through so much and their psyche is just so damaged. And just exploring sort of that, how kids deal with traumatic events and trauma, and it's really interesting. This story that's full of hope, and the world needs hope right now. We all need hope.